What is the hypostatic union? The hypostatic union, mind you, first of all, before even defining, the hypostatic, something to be called hypostatic means it refers to the person, because every person is an hypostasis. Hypostatic. So when something is hypostatic, that means it is personal. So hypostatic union is the union of the divine nature and the human nature in one person, in one hypostasis. See, what is that person? The person of the Word. So the union of the divine nature and the human nature in one person called the Word. Person called the Logos, the Word. Two natures in one person. That is a hypostatic union. So once you ask it, how were the divine nature and the human nature united in Jesus Christ? You say, oh man, they were united hypostatically. They were united in the person of the Word. That is the meaning of the hypostatic union. Now, which heresy are we intending to refute by teaching about the hypostatic union? First of all, the heresy which here is mainly concerned in being refuted is the Nestorian heresy, Nestorianism. Nestorius actually did the mistake. What was that mistake? He separated the two natures, that is the divine nature and the human nature. And now after separating these two, he said that Mary, the mother of God, was not the mother of Jesus Christ who was God, but the mother of Christ the man. You see the mistake of separating the two natures. And now, in trying to answer how could Jesus perform the miracles and all those divine activities, said, oh, in him God dwells. There was the dwelling of God as God dwells in the souls of the just. So that was another mistake of Nestorius. And above all, he says now, Jesus Christ, this had two persons within himself. Imagine two persons within himself, and one person which is human and another person which is divine, all could act in a way which corresponds to persons. For instance, that humanity could perform everything human, suffering, eating, getting angry, sad, getting sorrow, but is that divine person in him could act with that divine power of making miracles, healing, and whatsoever. But now you can now see that Nestorius was actually making a serious errors. That's why the hypostatic union, or the teachings about the hypostatic teachings, got a solid foundation in the church, so as to refute these errors. And of course, Nestorius was refuted by Cyril of Alexandria. And before I go further, Cyril of Alexandria has got 12 anathemas, refuting the heresy of Nestorius. Yeah, thank you for watching. So now I can say that I've told you about the meaning of hypostatic union, and I've told you the necessity of that teaching. Now let me tell you the other thing. Let us pick the question about the hypostatic union, the things which arise the things which arise when we speak about the hypostatic union. Of course, when we speak about the hypostatic union, there are things which arise. First of all, the first question is on the duality of the natures. It says that in Jesus Christ there were two natures, human nature and divine nature. That's the first thing to speak when you are. That is the first thing to speak when you are speaking about the hypostatic union. Secondly, there were two wills, human will and divine will. Why do we speak of the human will and the divine will? This is because, so as long as there are two natures, and every nature has got its own activity, every nature has got its own inclination, therefore, in Jesus Christ, there were the divine will and the human will. But now, how could the human will live in harmony with the divine will? Well, we are told that it was in a free harmony, subsisting under the divine will. And now, when talking about the hypostatic union, there is also the question of when did the apostatic union begin, and when will it end? It is very important to talk about this question because, first of all, Origen made a serious mistake saying that actually the human soul pre-existed with Jesus Christ. The human soul of Jesus Christ pre-existed with Jesus Christ. See, that's a mistake. But there are other people, the Gnostics, saying that, hello, you people, that divine soul came to dwell in Jesus Christ at the time of baptism, showing clear that they don't know when the apostatic union began. The apostatic union began at the time of conception. You get that point? At the time of conception, that's when the apostatic union began. When will it end? It will never end. It will never end. It will never end. Do you get that point? Yes. So better claim those 2 points, get them into your mind, and then when you are reading the materials, digesting them in the light of what I have told you. Thank you for watching. May God bless you.